All right, Mark, thank you. Well, it is time for Up and Adams Science, and we're going behind the scenes at the Da Vinci Science Center today to show you what will be used to help ring in the new year in the Lehigh Valley. The center is gearing up for its annual family party, and I headed over there recently to see what's on the agenda. Take a look. Well, good morning, everybody. We are at the Da Vinci Science Center in Allentown. My friends Ruth and Troy joining me this morning. Guys, good morning.
Good morning. Good morning, Eve. Happy holidays.
Happy holidays to you guys
Thank you.
both. So this season in Up and Adams Science, we are talking about the science all around us. And in this particular installment, we're talking about the science that's going to be used on New Year's Eve in and around the Lehigh Valley. I know you guys are gearing up for your big New Year's Eve party.
We are, Eve. It's amazing. Our 5th annual New Year's Eve party, sponsored by Walmart, and the food will be sponsored by Weiss Markets.
Great.
We're so very excited. Over the last couple of years, we've done this as a this year, we're really part of the kickoff of Allentown's 250th anniversary celebration.
Talk about a big
very
day,
excited about
big
that.
Year.
So the last few years, we've had jugglers, we've had balloon artists, but this year, for the first time, among all of our other family activities, we're going to have a real live magician named Matt Cadaver, who's really an up-and-coming star in Atlantic City. He's going to be here entertaining our families New Year's Eve.
Awesome. So he'll be performing for the kids and the families. What else is going to be going on at this party?
Well, we've got things like we have a glow-in-the-dark party. We've got all sorts of activities all around the exhibit floor. Everything's going to be open to show our families, again, how science affects us, how it's all around us every day. And we've got Ruth over here who's going to give us a couple of examples of some things we're going to be doing.
Great opportunity to learn something and have a little fun at the same time.
That's right.
So magic is the theme of the night, Ruth, and you're going to get us in the mood this morning.
I like the spirit. I'd like to show you and Troy a really quick magic trick, one that you probably could do at home.
Okay.
So I was going to put on the magic hat, but if you'd like to be my apprentice, I'd like to ask you to wear it.
I never say no to an accessory. Thank you.
There you go.
It's a little snug, but that's all right.
That's okay. And Troy, would you mind being our audience volunteer today?
Oh. You jealous of my hat?
Do I have a choice?
Yes. No, not really. Would you mind wearing our hat for you as well?
I'm happy to wear the fisherman's hat.
Looking good, my friend.
Okay, so Eve, what we're going to do is I'm going to ask you to hold this cup.
Okay.
And I have a beaker full of water. Okay. And I'm just going to go ahead and pour that in for you first.
Okay.
Now we have a magic wand down there. If you would pick up the magic wand.
Yes, I would.
And say some magic words over top of it, perhaps
abracadabra.
And then what I'd like you to do really quick is pour that water right on Troy's.
Wait, let me be prepared for this. Okay,
pour that right on Troy's head.
Go ahead.
I'm a little nervous. I'm a little nervous.
Go. Let me know when you're done, Eve. Hurry.
Nothing came out.
So it turned into
a gel.
A gel.
Right.
Do you need any for your hair?
Thank you. I could use that. Sure. Thank you.
So let me explain a little bit of the science, which most magicians don't do, but I'll be glad to help you with that today.
Inside secrets. We are behind the scenes today, so tell us how it works.
So inside this cup is a polymer. It's a white powder called sodium polyacrylate.
Oh, wow.
And when you pour the water in there, it makes a gel. Okay. Now, there's a really common name for that powder, and it's diaper polymer. Oh. So this is the same powder that you might find in some disposable diapers. Okay. So when you pour water in it or any kind of moisture, it absorbs it and just forms a gel. Okay. So it's something that you could definitely do at home as well.
Okay, great. So I love it. Okay.
I should have known. I've been using that for the past 8 years. That diaper powder.
Yeah, not for yourself, for your kids. Okay, and we have one other trick.
We do have one other thing to show you. This is something from our glow-in-the-dark party. Okay. So we're going to have the room where the kids are going to be doing activities really dark, and we'll have black lights all around the room.
Okay.
So things that with black light will fluoresce or glow. So I have 2 regular marbles for you. These don't particularly glow in the dark, but we do have special ones for that evening. And this is something that you could build with your family if you come, and we also have much larger, more elaborate ones. Go ahead and drop that in there, and you can see how the marble race works.
Oh, how neat. So they get a chance to make it and then put it to the test.
They do, correct.
Great.
And you'll see it happen glowing in the dark.
That's right. It will definitely glow in the dark.
Exciting.
I love it. Well, coming up, New Year's Eve party here at the Da Vinci Science Center. You can go to Da Vinci's website for more info, right? In our next segment, speaking of New Year's, I know you guys are really involved in the celebration in Allentown, as you mentioned. We're going to get a sneak peek, right?
We are. We're excited about what we're doing, what the kids are doing to help us, and it's going to be a fantastic kickoff to Allentown's 250th anniversary.
It's a big project, and we'll take you behind the scenes where all the magic is happening coming up in our next segment. Stay with us, everybody. We'll be right back. Well, on New Year's Eve, you can stop by the Da Vinci Science Center's family party and then head to downtown Allentown to ring in 2012. And speaking of ringing in the new year, the staff at the Da Vinci Science Center had a major role in this year's celebration. I went behind the scenes to explain in this month's edition of Up and Adams Science. Well, good morning once again, everybody. We are coming to you from the Da Vinci Science Center this morning for this month's edition of Up and Adams Science. My friend Joe joining me now, as well as Troy once again. Good morning, guys. Good morning. So I know you're gearing up for the big New Year's Eve party here at the center, as we were talking about in our first segment, but you're also gearing up to help the city of Allentown start the celebration of its 250th anniversary, right?
So true. Outside of our own party, we are so honored that the city of Allentown has chosen the Da Vinci Science Center to build their ceremonial bell that they're going to be dropping at midnight, New Year's Eve, in PPL Plaza. Now, the bell was chosen because the city at Zion Church in Allentown helped protect the real Liberty Bell during the Revolutionary War.
Oh, interesting.
So we're so happy to be able to be involved. Yeah. We're excited about all of the activities that are going to be going on down at PPL Plaza, lots of family activities, up until midnight when they drop the ceremonial bell to ring in the new year and Allentown's 250th anniversary.
Quite an honor, you guys, and quite a project for you, Joe. I mean, this is no small bell here. How do you make a bell of this magnitude?
Actually, it became like a two-part session.
Yeah.
One, I had to have like a structure to give me a form of the bell, because it's not linear anymore.
Yeah, you can't just cut it out.
No, and then I needed to put a skin on top of that. So let me take you a little bit. What I had was we have a large enough printer that I could get an image of the bell, and then I could take and cut out that image, and this would serve as half the template of the bell. I could then put it on a piece of panel and draw out the bell. I'd put a slot in one side and a slot on the other side, and then I could start to get the structure of the bell.
Okay.
Now this would serve as the strongest backbone. And then what I needed to have is, like, if you took something and you looked at it in an accordion style and you opened it up, I needed more slots in there, because this would just, if you covered that with skin, it would just be like a cube.
Okay.
So what I did,
you needed some sort of like framework, right?
Framework.
Yeah.
So I created more little sections of these vertical sections, and they would go and fill in this area, and to attach them I created little pie wedges that could fit at certain intervals along the vertical height of the bell, and then these two would go together.
So this is all out of wood, of course.
This is all out of paneling, and then I'd have different ones going up, and now I have a framework that our other gentleman came in, Ed Mooney, and he created the skin on the bell. And as you can see, it came on two parts. First, we put like a poster board all the way around it in different areas to give it like some foundation. And after that, we used a gauze, a plaster gauze, and he wrapped it around, and it dried. And now you have almost like a cast for like your arm to protect it.
Yeah, that's what it looks like.
It's a cast now. And prior to that, there was electronics put in the bell. So wherever he had a spot with the electronics, he left a little area. And you can see running around the bell, we have some strobe lights alternating in a checkerboard pattern in the middle. And along the bottom, there's some LEDs. We're going to have two bows up at the top, and then there'll be lights draped around it. And just to give you an effect of what the LED lights will look like, and that'll be like all around the perimeter. So that's going to be quite an exciting bell.
So we have to thank our friends at JF Magic for providing all of the lighting, the strobes, the LEDs. It's going to look absolutely beautiful on midnight.
Great. Well, you guys go all out when you design a bell. This thing looks amazing.
Well, we've got one more area. Once this is fully complete, we're going to have the kids who are coming here over the next couple of weeks on field trips write down their science bright ideas for the future. We're going to take those ideas, we're going to put them all around the bell.
Oh, cool.
So that's going to be in some a little bit ceremonial as well, that the kids in our community get to be involved in the creation and the dropping of the bell.
I love it. So kind of decoupaged or adorned with ideas from around the community. I love it. I already got mine. Jetson-like car to drive me to work at 2 a.m.
Well, that sounds great. We'll put that right on top for you.
Thank you. Thank you. Is it okay that I just want to start filling that up?
Yep. We'll get working on that here at the center today.
Great. Well, this is going to be a great way to kick off a big year for Allentown. And we want to remind everybody, big party here New Year's Eve. Talk to us a little bit about how people can sign up.
That's right, 6 o'clock to 10 o'clock New Year's Eve. You can go to our website at www.davincisciencecenter.org or give us a call. Plenty of tickets available. We'd love to see you. We'd love to see the kids. It's going to be a great time with a magician and all sorts of great family activities.
All right, guys. Well, thanks so much for taking us behind the scenes this morning. And remember, everybody, the science is all around you when you ring in 2012. We will have more information on our website as well as a link to Da Vinci's, and that's WFMZ.com. Stay with us. We'll be right back.